2. This is going to be the follow-up to the Traxxas Pro 15 original T-Maxx Resurrection plan. Let me wait a little while till some viewers are here in the stream. Let me know how the audio is, and I'll adjust as necessarily needed. By the way, the title says Mystery Nitro. Does it not? Well, what is the mystery? I wonder what it is. Not? Well, what is the mystery? Let me reset the audio real quick. 1 second. We got Rustic RC Customs, Spopester RC Adventures. How you doing, Rock and Roller, Joey, All Aspects, Tarek Curry, Satan's Rage. Hopefully the audio did improve a little bit better. It sounds pretty normal to me. Question is, what the hell did I buy myself for some snacking on today? That appears to be peaches at the bottom of a glass jar. Now, usually when you watch horror movies, they seem to put very unappetizing things like parts of pig things, pickled something. Well, on this channel, we like T-Maxxes and we like peaches with some gingerbread. Brandon, how you doing? Tarek, happy to see you. Now, guys, I got some interesting follow-up information for all of us. You're looking at the truck from yesterday. Texas Hill, how you doing, my dude? I hope you guys had a chance to check out today's video because, well, in the Schumacher Menace video, there was a brand new chassis just released by Arma. It's a special Arma bagel. It's not like those $99 scammer job RCs that people were so happy to get. Did I order one of those $90 scammer Cs? No, I did not. Because I'm going to put my money towards the Nitro. Only RC Nitros, man. How you doing? Happy to see you here. That goes the same for all of you guys. Now, the question is, what is this mystery RC I'm talking about? I'm going to do a quick little flash of the mystery. And let's get excited because honestly, bros, I don't even know what this mystery is. But it looks blue and it looks sickening. Big Boys Toys, man, happy Saturday to you. It might be early Sunday where you are. But let me do a quick little flash. Michael Sucha, WBL, Ryan Bollinger, I appreciate you guys. Take a look at, hold on a second. I can't show you too much of it. I have to block the front. What the hell does that look like to you right here? I have to block the front just a little bit. What kind of surprise is this gonna be? My dudes, this channel ain't boring. Like those $99 non-brushless ready stupid mega brushed fake Armas, which I'm gonna call disposable. And you know what? They just gave me some more ammunition. Terra goes, it's a Kyosho. Well, bro, I don't think it's a Kyosho. We're going to take a look at it later, but this is, in fact, a CLK body. I'm quite confident that it is. I'm going to block the front because, well, don't want to ruin the hype. We got to wait for the hype, you know what I'm saying? It's all about the hype. Anyway, let's get back to the current state of the T-Maxx here. Now, I was up quite late last night trying to remove the bearing. I watched a couple Lotus RC videos, watched a couple other videos. So far, the success rate has been negative. Very, very negative success rate. Dirt Nap RC, how you doing? Very creative username there, Dirt Nap. You should change that username to Dirt Kill because you probably burn nitro. And when you're out there in the dirt, you'd be killing that dirt, huh? You're not taking a nap in that nitro dirt. You're making it your little, you know what. Starts with B and ends in itch. Don't want to say it. But starts with B and ends in itch. All right, bros. Anyway, if you all wanted to know what the brand new Arma is, I have a picture of it. I mean, are you curious to know what it is? It's literally a bagel. Let me wait a little while. Actually, I'll show you right now. Here it is. This is the new Arma edition bagel. Surprisingly, they made it one size fits all. The Arma bagel with all, everything bagel right there. They even got the sesame seeds on there. They got some poppy seeds, some sesame seeds. I gotta tell you, real perfect aerodynamic design. I have not seen aerodynamics like this since the Arma Nero. Okay, all aspects said, put some cream cheese in there and throw it out of a plane. Well, I agree, bro. This is actually from today's video. Don't forget to go watch it. Having a little bit of fun. Now, we could discuss a little bit of entertainment before we continue. If you guys want to see what I'm talking about with those $99 Armas, I mean, if I cared less, I would probably care more. All right, WBL, the smoked salmon. That's what you want to do. So let me go to arma.com. Make sure I turn off my cookies. I don't want them to be tracking me like they do with TikTok all over the place. All right, so this is kind of what I'm talking about. By the way, don't be spying on that RC in the background because it's literally in the background. All right, we'll just take a little bit of a look at it. You see that blue greatness in the back? That's going to be the mystery RC for today. All right, I'm telling you, bros, I don't even know what it is. I try to know what it is, but that's why it's on a stream. Maybe somebody will know what it is. All right, so we'll talk a little bit about these. They're out of stock now, obviously, so it really doesn't matter. But, I mean, it's debatable. Do you think this is good value? It's debatable. I could click it. I don't know. Honestly, I saw one of my friends run it the other day. He got it. Nice guy. This is the world's slowest electric in the world. Now, normally, like the electrics, let's say the XL5s, they're pretty fast actually in the Traxxas models, right? I think these only hit like 20. Plus, I saw a forum post people talking about these. They said that all the diffs need to be upgraded. It's basically not even brushless ready, right? So if you're thinking you could stick a brushless in it for like $80 or whatever, like a 3S system, well, you'll be surprised. You'll have to swap everything else as well. Before you know it, Arma got you in the money grab, all right? So I say, F you, Arma money grab. You're not going to get my money. I'm going to put it towards the Traxxas Power Up program. So I got the Power Up pulled up right here. We'll discuss this in a little bit. Basically, the plan, I have more than one option right now, bros. There's more than one option, okay? So I want to make my options clear. Let me show you for now, before I continue, the condition of this Pro 15. Well, I tried really hard to remove that bearing. I honestly don't think these bearings are meant to easily be removed. Notice there's like nowhere to even grab onto the bearing as soon as you get into the block. And obviously, maybe some of it is even scratched now. So it's going to basically suck. Who knows? It's probably best to just replace these. Who knows? Maybe they're not meant to be serviced like that. Now, I'm sure some people have been able to get the bearings out, but I am not one of those people. Like, I'm really far from being. I try to pull it. I try to push it. I heated it up to like another double what I did yesterday, and pretty much nothing happened, and bearing could not come out. I did not even get it to budge a little bit. Chances are it's just really like caked up with rust on the inside. Who knows? Because this thing was leaking real bad. It's highly possible that's the case. Notice that there's nowhere to even grab onto it. And I don't know, but you see that little chunk of that block missing right there? I'm quite confident I did not do that because I really was gentle with the screwdriver. What do you guys think? So pretty much big fat fail on this. Jose Velasquez, try a concrete wedge anchor. Now, if I knew what that was, that would really help me. But since I don't know what that is, I'm not quite sure if you're joking or not. But since you're a great Nitro Gang member, you wouldn't make a bad joke. I know you wouldn't. I think it's probably in my best interest at this point to discuss the Power Up program again. So we're going to scroll down. There's actually two options, guys. So Traxxas has 3 engines that we know that they make, right? The only one that's going to be a direct fit is this Pro 15, as we already know. Oh, Jose Velasquez was not joking. Well, I'm going to look that up later, bro. But, like, honestly, the rest of that engine is likely toast now after all of that. Yeah, Jose, please send me an email. I'll see what you're talking about. I've never heard of that particular device. But we'll do a little bit of learning. Big Boys Toys, I didn't show the Colari. I will in a little bit, I promise, okay? With the Mystery Nitro. All right, so last time, you guys remember, I ordered a couple of these Traxxas Power Up program engines. It turns out I thought I ordered the Pro 15, but I did not. I actually wound up ordering both of the 2.5s. Truth is, the Pro 15 really doesn't go in that many RCs, so I made a decision and I did not get the Pro 15. Probably a bad decision on my end, because I could have saved money on shipping. Now, the other possibility is, and I'm not sure what I think about this, is this Pro 15 to 2.5 upgrade kit. So let me show you what that kit includes. This right here is the other possibility on how to convert an OG 15 T-Maxx to a 2.5. Now, honestly, it's pretty in-depth. They even include a drill on the left side there for you to drill the chassis. This is not like a 1, 2, 3 install. You're going to have to make like drastic changes. Tarek, I appreciate that, bro. He goes, let's power that thing up. That's probably going to be my decision. I'm going to order up that power up program. It's probably the best solution. So thank you, Tarek. I'm just giving the people a couple options of what they could have. And I rarely have really come across one of these. You guys let me know here in the chat if anybody ever came across a T-Maxx Nitro upgrade kit installed. Now, you really got to ask yourself, would this lower or raise the value of that truck? It's hard to say. So something to consider. We'll come back to this in a little bit. Shout out to Tarek for helping me make Nitro great again, as always. And 1 second. Once again, go check out the Arma Bagel. Please do me a favor. So if you haven't seen this video, this was the Schumacher Menace 21. Now, in this particular video, it was a little bit destroyed, but it's been repaired, and I currently do have 4-wheel drive. Notice in this video, it's only rear-wheel drive. Honestly, this thing was really fast. It was hard to run. Let me go forward a little bit. We'll talk a little bit about some of the stuff. Oh, look at that. Can't skip my own damn video. Sickening. Look at that. Gotta watch my own commercials. You believe this world we live in? What's up there, Wonder Bread? I'm just doing a quick recap on today's video here, just a little bit. So I have repaired it. It's pretty much close to perfect now, and it is ready for another run. I will confirm, guys, I have rarely come across one of these Pro 21R engines that are bad. They're usually in relatively good condition. And I think I know the reason why. Anybody here want to tell me what the reason is why that's the case? I have my own sneaky suspicion, but we don't want to be too sneaky. There's no secrets here. There's only Nitro facts. Dirt Naps RC be loving the Jado 3.3. Top line pick, bro. And in fact, if you noticed in my minor affiliate links here, I actually made the Jado 3.3 a link that people could actually get. So if you want to go fast, get the Jado. It's going to be your cheapest way to go fast, basically, for a new RTR. Let me do a little bit of onboard runs here. It runs pretty great, actually. But, you know, in this video, it was recorded a little while ago, so it did need a little bit of work. This is some onboard video. I did hit the second speed in this New York City school, but to hit the third was pretty tough. I did not hit the third during the driveway. I'll tell you, these transmissions are actually pretty impressive. You want to know why? Go ahead, ask me why. What's up there, Ben? How you doing? That's because they really do not have an adjustable shift point. They have a spring that is just fixed. And no matter how you run it, it's going to shift at a certain predetermined RPM. They usually do not even get clogged. All right. Seth, how you doing, Goes? Does it do better now that you have 4-wheel drive? Bro, much better. I also have the correct wheels on this. I could actually show this truck in a little bit. I have it somewhere not far away. But for now, let's get back down to the T-Maxx and the mystery that we need to find out today. The mystery is that blue Nitro chassis. All right, so I'm going to go back to this. As you can tell, bros, I've actually been quite busy. I did really do my best on trying to remove this bearing in the front, but I thought about it. And even if I did get another bearing, it would be quite a problem in really putting it back, I think, right? Like there's a high probability that like it might even be damaged already. Plus the bearing would still cost me figure $20 plus shipping for two. And that's assuming I'm going to replace the rear bearing as well. Honestly, I think the only true solution would be to do the power up. So that's likely what I'm going to do. I'm going to fill out the form later on. Let me take a quick second here. We got to make sure we support everyone in the Nitro gang. And what I want to do is give a little video link to our new channel viewer. Dirt Naps RC. So if you guys want to click the link, this will take you directly to his channel. My goal, my dudes, is not to make myself great. My goal is to make Nitro, RC channels, and overall positivity great. And listen, I'll be more than happy to give positive, great, outstanding people out there a little bit of a promotion. I don't ask for nothing. And you know, back when I was in college, I'll tell you this: I used to work as an accounting, finance, math tutor right in the library, right? Back when I was like a student myself, and I always knew that one day, the students would not need me. Now, it's a little bit sad when you think about it to be replaced, but truth is, you should never be afraid to be replaced. That means you did your job. One day, there will be someone better, faster, stronger, greater, and more efficient than me. And likely, it will be a robot. Until that day, we got to support humanity. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. All right, bros. So let's have a little bit of a discussion. I think I already told you my position on what I'm going to do, and it appears that we're going to do the power up program. Now, I do have another Pro 15, but it's basically close to dead, so I can't even install this one. It's another dead engine. You know, it's like something for like some crap that I'm going to want to work on. Ray Coral, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. He goes, happy Saturday night, Nitro gang. Seth TRX 95, thank you, man. He goes, until the machines take us, put it towards your power up. I sure am, Seth, man. That's where it's going. I appreciate that, bros. I will talk a little bit more about the power up system in a little bit. It's actually a really, really good deal. So $70 plus $5 for shipping, plus figure about another $6 for shipping. So it's actually going to come out to a little over 80, and you got to wait like about maybe 2 weeks to get the engine. So it's not terrible. Keep in mind, the actual retail price of a new Pro 15 is about $140. So Traxxas, you know what? No matter what you say, they are doing us all a solid, I think, in my opinion. They are doing us a solid with the power up program. Now, the only real debate here, bros, the only real debate is Just the Angel. You take care, bro. I appreciate you being here. By the way, I forgot to say happy Memorial Day weekend, everybody. And you know what I was talking about earlier about one day we'll all be replaced? Just make sure that you're replaced with something better, okay? Sometimes you're replaced with something worse. And that is bad, all right? But that's kind of like my, I guess you could say inspirational mini speech to the newer channels out there. I don't want anybody to think of me as a competitor. I'm not a competitor. I never have been a competitor. In fact, this hobby doesn't even really pay for anything. I have to have a regular, normal day job, just so you understand. And that's okay. I'm totally okay with that. We got Nitro Pimp. How you doing there, Pimpster? Out there making great content. All right. Anyway, now I was talking to our awesome channel mod, Lotus RC, before, and he really is trying to get me to install something better than the Pro 15. And I guess we could have that discussion right now. There's really not much else I can do on this truck other than make a decision. And the decision is being made as we are talking about it right now. The decision is 2.5 because I have a 2.5. But the thing is, there are many, many 2.5 T-Maxes out there. I don't know how awesome this would actually be because this is actually the very old generation of the narrow Pro 15 T-Maxx. You know what I'm saying? I think the best solution would be to still stick with a Pro 15 in this one. I think, in my opinion. Now, yes, granted, it's not going to be lightning fast. It's only going to be about, I think these T-Maxes only hit like 28, 29, 29 miles an hour. So figure 30. WBL goes, keep the Pro 15. I think that's going to be my best solution, bro. I'm going to talk a little more about that later. But for now, you know what, guys? I've been saving this drink to try it out this whole time. All right, I did a little bit of shopping today. Of course, I got overcharged at the grocery store. Basically, went with Melissa. We got like nothing for like $58. Came back with like one shopping bag. You believe that crap? I can't even believe that crap. But unfortunately, Musk has not saved this country. He's a Pol Pot criminal. All right, we're going to try a little bit of this, and we're going to get moving. If you grew up in countries outside of America, you would know that making your own fruit juices is basically a family activity. Well, this is a commercialized fruit juice with peach in it and some peaches on the bottom. You want to give this a little try? I want to give it a little try because I'm freaking thirsty. Oh, there's a peach floating on top. Sickening. Man, been waiting all day for this. Any mercury in there? Can't tell with my naked eye. Oh, man, this is delicious. This is like a proper peach tea without the tea. You ever have the Arizona peach iced tea? This is like that, except not tea. Seth goes, do you drink it cold or room temperature? Yeah, normally it's supposed to be stored in the fridge. But since it's pretty cold here in New York and I'm in the basement, it's actually pretty brick down here, maybe like a solid 58 degrees. I'm sitting in 58-degree weather in a sweater. All right, so this is delicious. I'm going to eat some peaches later. What about this, everybody? I like to make it a little bit fun, you know. This is, you know, when I was a kid growing up, this is what people ate. It's like a gingerbread snack. It's pretty delicious. It's like a soft bread thing on the inside. Real delicious crap going on over here, guys. I'm going to have one later. All right, let's get down to Nitro. All right. We could have a discussion. If anybody wants to have a discussion on upgrade or not upgrade, it's basically toast. I mean, the benefit will be I will still have all of these parts over here, right? So these are all the Pro 15 parts. Oh, I'm glad I zoomed in on that, actually. Truth is, I want to keep this dynamite pipe on this, right? Now, the original pipe on these did suck. It's possible that with a better pipe, I can maybe get like 2 to 3 miles an hour. It's possible. It's a pretty rare to get dynamite pipe. It's not the best condition, but, you know, to keep this truck period correct, I think is going to be the way to go. Oh, we got Calvin Mack. How you doing, bro? Calvin Mack leaves me great comments on all my old videos, brings up some good memories, cheers me up once in a while. KP, how you doing? Let me read what Dirt Nap over here said. He goes, my original 3.3 in my Jado connecting rod split in two. Just bought a new 3.3 because the connecting rod caused so much internal damage. Yeah, that does happen. To be honest with you, bro, I've only had like a connecting rod go like literally 2 times in my entire RC life, which is at this point about 25 years maybe, right? Since like the very early 2000s. It only happened twice, and each of those times, those were used engines. I've literally, like based on the tunes that I have literally never had a connecting rod split from a new truck that I had. It has just never happened. And guys, I have had a shit ton of generations of these, let's say, Traxxas engines over the years. Anyway, part-wise, I think I'm going to be in a good area. And I'm going to agree the power-up program is probably the best solution for this. So that's what I'm going to do, right? Carb, we'll get a carb. I don't care about the carb. This piston is basically new. I could always use this in like something else. It's possible. The sleeve is also very, very good. Let me check how the compression is actually. Well, not compression, but the pinch. So yeah, this whole piston and sleeve is still real fresh. I have Good amount of what appears to be pinch here going towards the top. So this is going to be a keeper, but we're going to need a whole new engine because, well, we already discussed that. By the way, Mystery Nitro, I'm going to show a little bit more of it right now. Okay, you can't look inside. You can't look inside, bros. Come on. Getting too crazy on that one. What do you think that is? That's all we're going to get for now on the Mystery Nitro. Yeah, the stickers did not survive. Monty Kriska, how you doing? We're doing a quick show of the Mega Mystery Nitro. I don't even know what it is, to be honest with you. Who wants to take a little guess what that is? I have no idea. I already thought about it like a lot today. All right, we'll get to it. Texas Hill goes Smart Tech. You know what? I don't think it's a Smart Tech. All Aspects said it's an RS4. All Aspects, definitely not an RS4. I would have told you if it was that. I think none of us are gonna know what this is, to be honest with you. WBL says TC3. Also not a TC3 for sure. I am not trolling you guys. I do not actually know what that is. Rusta goes Smart Tech or a 4 Tech. I think it's definitely not a 4 Tech. 100% not a 4 Tech. Big Boys Toys goes high possibility it's a Thunder Tiger. I don't think it's a Thunder Tiger. And it's Ray Coral, Spotty Jack goes HPI. Definitely not an HPI. I want to show you guys an engine I got a little while ago from our good channel member and friend, Big Boys Toys. It also has a bearing issue. So let me show you that engine real quick. I don't know if I've ever showed it on a video. So let me pull it out, and I did do a custom order for a bearing on it. We'll get to that. Wonder Bread goes, it is a serpent. Well, bro, if it's a serpent, it's the worst serpent you'll ever see. I'm going to tell you that right now, honestly. If it's a serpent, I will be embarrassed. All right, bros. I got something else here. I've actually had to order a part for this. All right, so we'll come back to the Pro 15 engine stuff. Probably a little bit more discussion is warranted on it, just because I think there's going to be a lot of people that are facing that issue. All right, so let's check this out. This right here, baby. Edward Duhan, how you doing? Goes, is it a Mugen? It is definitely, if it's a Mugen, it's the worst looking Mugen in the world. Brennan goes, it is an XTM. I don't think it's an XTM. I don't think so. Right? In fact, I know all of the XTM 10 scales. That is, if that's an XTM, XTM should be extra sized from the RC community. Okay? Or hold on, not extra sized, ostracized. Ostracized. Wrong word, bro. Wrong word. All right, check this out. Colari, famous race brand, 5-time world champ. So this is an engine in the original box that our good channel friend and member Big Boys Toys sent to me. It was probably like about a year or no, maybe 2 years ago. And the main reason is it's a non-runner. It has a leaking front bearing, right? So we needed to track down the bearing. It's actually a real rare XS 390.21 engine. Who wants to see inside? So let's get a hell yeah shout out to Big Boys Toys from halfway around the world from where I live. Open her up. All right, Texas Hill wants to see. Philip Bender, how you doing? I'm going to open her up. So the bearing I just ordered. This is the front bearing. I was able to find the engine spec sheet, and the bearing is for sure correct. HPI Savage Man, what's up, my dude? Happy Saturday to you. This is the front bearing. It's a proper bearing from A-Main. So hopefully I don't have a problem removing this. Hold on a second. There's a paper in there. So Colari are some of the rarest, best engines. You're not going to find many of them. Kind of forgot what's in this paper. Let me take a look at it. Oh, yeah, here we go. Colari XS390 on-road 7-port. This is basically the one you want if you want to go fast. Right, this is the one you want. So we got the bearing part number, front bearing. I sourced it. I mean, on the inside, you're not going to tell much. All these Nitro engines basically look the same. Right, so that's kind of all you get right there, the carb settings and blah, blah, blah. Nothing else is in there, but let's take a look inside. The bubble wrap. Now, I did do a little bit of work to this. I didn't get it exactly like this, but I'll explain it. There's a reason I did it. We got even vintage bubble wrap on this thing. Check that out. Brand new. Now, the clutch bell setup is not correct. I just put that on so I can spin it over, right? It's a little bit, yeah, the front bearing is basically toast. It needs to be replaced. My understanding is this had a really, really bad leaking front bearing. Now, top of the head is basically brand new. Colari XS390, XS X21. Well, they have like multiple names on it. But anyway, if you want to get a good picture, there it is of the head. It's basically brand new. Philip Bender goes, how's the compression? It seems to be brand new, this engine. So I know Big Boys Toys told me that this thing is basically new, but it needed a front bearing. So that's why I ordered the front bearing. Let me spin the inside. It's new. I don't think this thing ever really ran at all. Apparently, the bearing is bad. So who knows? I might need to disassemble all of it, to be honest with you, to check it out. You know? So that might go down. It has a little bit of dirt on the inside, so obviously it's had some fuel. But I'm going to have to remove all this in a little bit. I just put this on as my own flywheel just to test it out. But visually, you couldn't really tell that there was anything wrong with it. I mean, if you guys want, I could remove all of this right now and we could like inspect the bearing. But if you all know, Big Boys Toys is the VP of the high RPM division. He would know. Now, Andrew Brown, good question. That's what I'm wondering. Andrew Brown says, how could the bearing be bad if it really wasn't used? Now, I know it was used, but very, very sparingly. So, you know, I cannot 100% confirm the use on this. But let's just take a look at the engine itself. Look at the crazy fins on it all over the place. Look at the exhaust port. The exhaust port is actually, if I hold this completely horizontal with the plane, the exhaust port is slightly angled down. I don't think I've ever seen that in any engine in the world. Like a normal exhaust port, right? Like let's say you take a HPI right next to it. It just goes flat back. Everything is just normal back. This is slightly angled. And the fin job, bro, this thing, I think this engine went to Finland. That's a joke. That's a play on words for fin. Get it? Finland. Yeah. Some top-end Picos are like this, correct. So we do have a 3-needle carb, the needle here, high speed, and another one on this side. So we're in the needle, gang. How about this? Just because we do need to replace the bearings 100%, I know for sure. You guys want me to remove all that? Rustic RC Customs. So this is, I forgot, what did it say in this paper? This is a proper Nitro engine. 7-port. Boosted RC, how you doing there, man? Shout out to our good channel member and friend, Boosted RC. When I first met Boosted RC, him and I tuned like 4 Nitros together. Sickening. Never forget that. I still have those videos. They got to be edited. So let's, I think I'm going to take, this stuff is basically junk. I'm not telling you this hardware is good. I just put on like junk parts I had. So let me remove it and we'll see what we got on the inside. I kind of forgot with the bearing if it looks visually bad or not. Yeah, this is a proper Colari. But the hardware, this is not the official hardware I'm going to run on it, so it doesn't matter. What's up there, Maxwell Smart Man? Happy to see you. Happy Saturday Nitro to you. You're just in time. We pulled out. Oh, man, look at that clutch. I think I went with something really exciting from this time period. So this is my own clutch hardware that I had. I forgot what these are called, but these are pretty unique, rare clutch systems. The way these clutches work, and you have to use the flywheel with the clutch together. So you can't go like one way or the other. You have to go together. The clutch slides out this way, right? Because it can't slide out this way. So you have, I mean, very, very good engagement with the clutch this way. The spring, I think there's also 2 springs on the inside. Yeah, these clutches use 2 springs, bro. If you zoom in right there, real crazy, there's literally 2 springs on this system. I forgot what these clutches were called. There was a brand name that last time I looked at this engine was a while back. Oh, we got Nitro Addiction, man. How you doing? When I think of savages and sickening racing, I think of Nitro Addiction. My dudes, make sure you also watch Nitro Addiction. He does weekly streams on his channel. I can't do weekly streams. I have a regular day job, so I'm happy that there are people that can, because we got to make Nitro 24/7 available to everybody, okay? Who knows? Someone right now in Tasmania, maybe someone in Sri Lanka, maybe somebody in Vietnam or Uruguay is trying to repair a Nitro. We need to motivate them no matter what time of day it is. Could we get a hell yeah with that? Anyway, to be honest with you, I don't remember how to undo this. Okay, let's see. Because I know the front bearing got to come out anyway. And truth be told, for this particular one, I probably need to buy an engine, a puller, a bearing puller. We could probably peruse eBay later on for a bearing puller. Probably not a terrible idea. You guys want me to remove that clutch? Damn, I sure hope I'm able to put it back on again. Oh man, look at this. This thing is actually quite sick. Easy to put on, easy to take off. Look at that clutch design. 2 springs for really, really wide engagement. Sick, huh? I don't know why I put this on, but probably because I wanted to test it out. But since I need to remove the bearing, all that stuff has to come off anyway. But this engine is basically like new. All right, so I'm going to remove that in a little bit. Where's my wrenches? Not where is, where are. All right, I might have to get my pipe wrench. Give me a second. All right, no, I didn't tighten this too hard, so it's easy to remove. Andrew Brown here with good info. He goes, there's a bicycle bearing puller on Amazon. I saw on eBay there was like a legit good one. I was a troll, bro. There was a SH engine bearing puller. I should have bid on it. I didn't do it. Oh, we got No Music RC. What's up there, No Music RC? A good old channel member and friend of mine. Always surprising me sometimes with things in the mail. And then comments all the time. All right, so this is just random parts I'm going to reuse. Let's remove this. I'm going to try to bang this out a little bit gently. Give me a second. There we go. It wasn't tight. All right. So visually speaking, I mean, I cannot tell that there's anything wrong with this bearing, but I was told that this bearing leaks more than an oil tanker in the Strait of Hormuz soon. Okay, depending how long those tankers are going to be there. They're probably going to start leaking. Not good. Going to have an ecological disaster on our hands. But this is it. So I did order the new bearing. It's in the box. I'm going to have to obviously disassemble everything here and, well, hopefully reassemble this one. But this is going to be a proper engine in probably some kind of buggy or a truggy. But proper fins on this. Proper fins. Notice the flat Novarossi style screws. So obviously it has that Italian heritage, but that Italian heritage seems to have become a Ford with the regular proper screws on top. 6 screws too. Real nice looking engine. Giant slide carb. I mean, it's clean in there. Look at that crank. It's clean in there. Look at that Venturi. Real nice engine. So the next order of business will be to bearing that thing. I heard if you replace bearings in the Bering Strait, what is that? The shipping term, the shipping area, right? The Bering Strait, straight bearing. I don't know. Whatever. Enough of that crap. Let's move on. So, Colari, I could probably look up the specs on this right now. Hold on. So it's a Colari. What does the engine say? XS 390. Let's look it up. You're not gonna find a lot on these older engines because they're pretty rare. All right, I found something here. That's basically what I found before. It's not going to be anything exciting. It's an old forum. All right, you guys want to see it? All right, so this is what I found in the old forum post. All right, this is the bearing we're going to have to swap it with. It appears to be the correct bearing. I mean, I checked it, so we're going to check again. You know what? We're going to check again. All right, so the only info I found on this engine was a old post in a forum. This is where people, where they hung out. Some of them created mischief, but many of us got good information. So this is the engine, I guess, promo advertisement that existed back then. This is definitely the engine we have. So it's a 0.21. Let's read about it. T-Dizzle, how you doing there, bro? T-Dizzle, sickening channel name. And appreciate you. All right, Jimmy G goes, what you got is called a bi-directional clutch. Correct. I remembered the word, but honestly, I don't come across a lot of race clutches like that, so I forgot over the years, you know. Anyway, let's take a look at the specs on this one. So we got ourselves 5+2 port, pretty proper. That's how you get the 7 port. And we got the bearing sizes. The most important thing is the bearing size. So it says front and rear. So this one, it appears that they're also marketing the pipe. I don't have the pipe, but front bearing, I need the front bearing. F7 by 19 by 6. We got the correct one. 7 by 19 by 6 for OS, Pico, and FX. So this is a proper bearing. Next question is, will I be able to actually extract it? You know, don't really have a lot of experience with that, but I'm going to try. All right, so it says they wanted you to use this particular pipe, blah, blah, what else? So we got 2.9 horsepower from a 0.21 is actually very impressive. This is rated more from a 0.21 than I think most engines I'm aware of. This is a pretty proper engine. We got a good question there from Crazy for Honda. He goes, what are the differences between a street car, buggy engine, and off-road engine? Generally, what happens is in an on-road car, you're going to wind up with more ports. So you're generally going to wind up with a higher RPM range and a lower bottom end response. On a truggy and buggy engine, they generally make them to have larger ports, which will result in more bottom torque. Also, the pipes are different, right? For off-road and on-road, you're going to have a different length header, generally. Usually, that's kind of how it works. All right, let's see what else we got. That's a pretty normal explanation. Let me read what else people are saying. All right, so some info on the Colari engine. You guys want me to read it? Maybe nobody cares, but all right. The Colari Initech engines are manufactured in Italy and very high quality. All right, the rest is just marketing. I checked these links earlier. The links don't open anyway. Blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Some people talking about some of these serpents. Next Level RC Salvage. How you doing there, man? Our good buddy Paige. All right, let's get back to the discussion today. Actually, I'm thinking maybe we should peruse eBay for an engine, for a bearing puller. I'm just going to do a quick check, okay? So, SH bearing puller. I lost an auction on the one a while back. I feel bad about it now. And now the only bearing pullers you're going to get are like engine pullers for like a real car. Let's see. RC bearing puller. They have a specific name. That's not what they're called. I forgot what the name was. SH. I know Offna guy, I think, has a set. RC. No. Nitro bearing puller. There was some other name. Well, currently at this time I can't find any. But there was a set a while back that I lost. No, right now I can't really find any. If you guys want to take a look, I'll show you. But right now I can't seem to find any on the listings. Yeah, this is like for actual real cars. It's not the same type of thing. Who wants me to search for, let's see, bearing puller? No, it's going to be something else. SH engine. I know SH made a set. If I could get the correct search term, it'll work. But I think I'm putting in the wrong search term. Yeah, okay, Big Boys Toys has the SH one. What are they actually called? Because, like, here nothing comes up. Let me go to sold. Because I just want to come up with the listing. Because I know one sold a long time ago. And I know what the picture looked like. All right, so far we got nothing. Yeah, these are not it at all. Let's see. Let's see. Engine. Nitro engine bearing. It might be called a bearing extractor. So this is for a flywheel, which is a good tool actually. All right, Huddy engine tool, bearing puller, and presser. Let's see. This was sold already. But if it can give me some good original search results on something else. All right, this appears to have been a good item right here. There's only really three pictures. I can't tell much from this. Yeah, this appears to have been what you wanted. Yeah, you could see right here they have a from the rear and the front an extractor set. This would have been a proper item. But Green goes, did I get a butane tank refill? No, bro, I didn't go. It's been bad weather pretty much all day here. So I've decided to simply just get the Traxxas Power Up program, right? So this is what we're going to do. I'll go back to the computer and we'll discuss this again. For those of you just joining us, I've done this before and I'm going to have to do it again. So this one right here, the Traxxas Pro 15, 70 plus 5 for shipping. So basically, the thing is they don't tell you that you have to ship it to them. You have to ship it to them too. So figure, I already know it's going to cost like $8, about $8 to ship at the post office. So it's the only solution. There's only one other solution actually. And I'm just going over this already. I've already not chosen this solution. But the other solution that people have done before would be this right here. Would be the T-Maxx item 4900 upgrade kit. Right, for $25. But I'll just show it again. I'm kind of recapping what I've said. This is the only other solution. If you have an old Pro 15 T-Maxx, you would need all of this hardware to convert it to the 2.5. Honestly, that's a very, very good value. $25, bro. You get the header, you get the coupler, you get the linkages, you get the pipe. I mean, these are pretty valuable items, but you're going to have to drill the chassis in like 2 parts. So high rate of error. Do I really want to be drilling things? Not really. So we're going to go with just the Power Up program in this case, which is going to be this one. I'm going to print this out later as the original info sheet. Anyway, Mark, how you doing there, man? Mark just got the new 2.5R. Yeah, it's great. Now, I thought I ordered the Pro 15, but I actually didn't last time. I wound up ordering 2.5Rs, which you can't put in this truck. All right, let's go back. I'm going to package all of this away, and we will continue, bros. So let me ask you this. You guys agree with my decision? You really have to ask yourself, is an old, original, kind of properly upgraded T-Maxx worth keeping Pro 15? Now, Brendan goes, yes, you could heat it up to get the bearing out. Bro, I'm telling you, man, I tried everything last night. Like, I put this in the freaking oven. Okay? It was in the oven. Wasted a ton of gas to heat this up. I tried everything. Got the cover removed. Tried to pull it from the front. It's just not, it's not made to come out. I tapped it really hardcore. I tapped it from the back. I tapped it from freaking every single side. It's not going to work. It just needs a new engine. So in this case, I probably already damaged the internals anyway. So worst case scenario, we'll have some backup parts, right? Let me package this up. And these aren't specific parts of this, but I just know they fit based on the shimming that I have. So I'm gonna put them in the bag. And the Colari. It's a proper engine. Regardless, this Colari, to swap the bearing, I'm gonna have to disassemble it anyway. So that's gonna be the next agenda item. But I'm still gonna search for a couple more bearing pullers. I'm not giving up. Who knows? This one, because it has very low use, if you heat it up, the bearing might just come out on its own. So it might not be a big deal. We're going to keep it here for now. All right. Colari, baby. Next up. Now, my dudes, what do you say? Is it mystery nitro time? Got a good question here from Toply Fedvi. He goes, I'll be installing a clutch on my Inferno Nitro next week. Any tips? Well, I mean, bro, there's a lot of different types of clutches. It's hard to say. Well, one tip is make sure you install the clutch shoes in the correct orientation. You'd be surprised. Usually, like that kind of clutch, as you saw, that sliding clutch, you can't put it in the wrong orientation. But a lot of people do install clutch shoes in the wrong orientation all the time. All right, so I think for now, we're going to wait for the power-up program on this one. There's really not much I can do with this engine. It's basically toast for now. 100% toast. Just to a little bit better explanation. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is actually, I don't even know where that block is. All right, let's get rid of that block. It's useless anyway. All right, mystery nitro time or what? Let me know. Who's ready for a mystery? By the way, doesn't mean it's a good mystery. It could be a bad mystery. Could be a garbage mystery too. Also, we have to do a little bit of work on that HPI over there. I think people forgot about the HPI from a long time ago. You remember that 12R SS HPI? Everything has to be installed back. Why didn't I install everything back last time? I don't remember. It's a good question. All right, I'm going to remove the T-Maxx now because basically it's over for this one. It's just going to be a waiting game at this point. All right. It's mystery time. Like I said, I don't even know what model this is. Right, bros. We're going to have to work on this one. It's also going to be a question of, is it worth fixing, to be honest with you? I know it looks okay, but don't get tricked by the body. That's what chicks do. They trick you with their body. And then you meet them, and all they want is roses. And by roses, they mean money, okay? Don't hang out with chicks that want roses, because that means money. How do you like Hybrid's advice over here? It's pretty good, isn't it? It's pretty good. All right, so the front is pretty much bad. This is an old Mercedes body. I do actually like these bodies. They're real nice. It looks like some of the stickers have left the chat. We'll talk about the chassis in a little bit. I mean, it's obviously not a licensed body, right? Obviously. Definitely not licensed, although there do appear to be some proper stickers here. User TD Hobbies, how you doing, man? How you doing? Warsteiner, it says on top. That's obviously a German, maybe a town. The Mobile 1 stickers do appear to be real. The BBS stickers, the Bridgestone, do appear to be like a correct sticker. But I don't think this is a licensed body. I don't think these models had these particular design elements on this side. Maybe they did. This, I mean, I could try to re-glue it. You really need the grill. I mean, you don't want a Mercedes with a missing grill. That would be pretty sad. All right, I'm going to remove the body in a little bit, guys. All right, let's continue. I'm going to take the body off. Get ready to either cry or laugh. Which one you think it's going to be, crying or laughing? I'm not sure what it's going to be. I already did a little bit of both, actually, to be honest with you. I did a little bit of both. User TD Hobbies, how you doing, bro? So this is a mystery car. I actually don't even know what it is. All right, let's do a countdown. Let me have a little bit of juice, actually. I'm kind of thirsty out here. And we're going to unbody it. Some actual peaches in there. Michael Sucha, how you doing? Drinking the imported stuff tonight for our Mercedes. Cheers, and to cheers all of you, bros. I hope you felt that one. Geo Max says it's a Sen. We're going to look it up in a little bit. Delicious. There's something wrong with these body posts are crooked too. All right. So get ready to laugh or cry. You could do either one. I'm not going to be upset at you guys, okay? It's fine. Not every Nitro is sickening, but some of them are. Let's get close in depth here. Like I said, I don't really know what this is. There are a couple identifiable features, but yes, a ton of it is missing, okay? A ton is missing, but also a ton is not missing, right? Suspension-wise, it seems to be here. This is a a two-wheel drive model. Two-wheel drive model. It's not missing the drive shaft. It's a legitimate two-wheel drive model. Notice how it's built. There's no access to the front diff area. There's no diff, obviously. It's a two-wheel drive model. Now, the only real observable details on this one that we can look at, Boosted RC goes, it has potential. Well, now I feel a little motivated. Boosted RC has brought back a lot of sickening dead nitros from the grave, right? Now, we're going to talk a little more about it. There are 3 identifiable holes on the upper deck. It has the servo saver, right? So this is actually the good quality type of servo saver, I would say, in terms of mounting. This is like a precision steering setup. Oh, we got Robert. He goes, how am I doing? Well, bro, I'm doing okay, man. I'm doing okay. I'm trying to stay positive, you know. Got dead engines all around me, you know, murdered RCs. But with the help of the worldwide audience and my own brain cells, hopefully this might be a runner. All right, let's talk about, I guess, engine-wise, right? This is obviously not the correct engine. There's a 15 FE in here. It's wrong. Notice the rear end, the pipe is not even, well, I'll call this a muffler. Let's go check out whether it is a Sen. I am not sure, but I think we can, oh my God, we got plastic drive shafts. Did I just come across plastic drive? I've come across plastic drive shafts. You know what? The diff is real smooth. I don't know, man. This might need a whole treatment. So let me go to do some little bit of research on Sen. I'm not very familiar with many of the Sen models. This could have been some overseas model as well. All right, GeoMac, let me go check. GeoMac, the ultimate investigator. Ben goes, who made it? Well, that's what we're gonna find out. Okay, so GeoMac sent me a link. Let me open it up and preview it. You know what? He's a genius. This guy's a genius. GeoMac is a genius. He's a hardcore genius of ultimate levels. All right, he's found it. I'm gonna show you on the computer what it is. Now, keep in mind, mine is really, really bad. But honestly, it's not missing that much. It looks like I don't know what they did with the linkages here, but like the rods are here. Like I could make it good. But there's a couple other problems with the drivetrain. The gears don't move because the gear mesh it's too tight. It's not the right engine. All right, let's get into the computer game over here. Dana, you got it, bro. I'm happy to do that. You know I'm happy to do that. All right, so shout out to GeoMac who sent me this great link. I would have eventually found it, but when you got people doing research for you, well, you don't have to be the librarian. You know what I'm saying? Anybody here ever work as a librarian? I worked in a library, not as a librarian. Gotta tell you, those jobs did not seem as fun as they portrayed them on television. All right, we got ourselves. Are you kidding me? This Mint Mobile Ryan Reynolds troll is on the. Get out of here. Guy thinks he owns a cell phone company. Everyone in this country thinks they own a cell phone company. We got Trump Mobile. We got Mint Mobile. Soon we're going to have Kanye West Mobile. And he's going to spy on your conversations and turn them into freaking TikTok videos. Okay, here we go. So this appears to be it, except I'm missing a shit ton. Let me read it. Late 1990, Sen introduced the SP1 touring car available in kit or RTR with a number of different pre-built body shell options, including the Mercedes CLK. Well, that's the one I have. Toyota Supra, BMW, and a Porsche. All right, so that's actually pretty good. Two-wheel drive chassis with a .12 engine, dog bone drive shafts, a bevel gear diff, and coil springs. I mean, that's basically what I got. But green like the Mint Mobile info. Yeah, I mean the Kanye West Mobile. That's what these guys are going to be doing, bro. They're going to be selling you the spy mobile phone plans. All right, so this does appear to be the car, except mine is substantially worse. We're talking like grade 10 levels worse. Let's see if there's any more pictures. Okay, so yeah, the front end does appear to be that. Yeah, Brennan Osprick is correct. You guys did say, I saw some of you said Sen. Gotta tell you, you're smarter than me, okay? I'm okay with admitting it. You're smarter than me, bro. I, for some reason, didn't think it was a Sen. But honestly, I don't have a lot of experience with these early generation Sens. All right, Big Boys Toys, I'll check the email later, bro. Can't expose it right now. Let's see if we can do a couple more searches on these Sens, actually. So it does appear to be a Sen. Sen SP1. Copy. Let me do a Google search. 1 second, gotta cover the screen. Edit, paste. What did I say? Sen. Which one is it? Someone say it in the chat right here. I can't type it in right now. All right, I could look it up. I have the link open. Let me go back to here. I'm just gonna look it up myself. I already closed the link. Sen SP1 GP. Okay, Sen SP1 GP. SP1 GP. Let's see if there's any actual info on it. Okay, guys, I see you. Thank you for putting that in. Yeah, it's actually a really old car. Oh, shit, there's one on eBay. Let's just check that real quick. Yeah, this is my car. Except this one has an engine that fits. Bros, I might have the original engine. I might have it. Do you want me to go look for it? I might go look for it. Okay, so 250, I mean, I wouldn't buy it. I mean, if you really want a two-wheel drive Nitro, this would probably be the one for you. I might have the original engine. So, let me see if there's any more info on it in terms of videos or anything. Sen engine mounts. Now, let me go to images. It's all going to be the same links to RC Scrapyard, which is basically what we already looked at. Sen. No, these are not it. I mean, it's basically these. But I'm looking for like an actual review on it. It doesn't seem to be much. Let's check this one. But it is definitely the correct chassis. We'll just see one that looks like it's built. All right. So this is normally what it looks like, guys. I might actually have this chassis. I mean, not chassis, but the engine. Do you dare me to go look for the engine? I might actually have it. All right, let's take a look at what's wrong with this one before I do that. I got this in a box of other stuff. I think I didn't know what the engine was. I think I have it. I might go look upstairs. Give me a minute. All right, so the issue with this one, other than the fact, by the way, whoever built this, notice they don't have adjustable engine mounts at all, meaning the spacing it's not adjustable, right? Robert double dares me. Let me go see upstairs if I have it. You guys think I'm going to come back down here with the correct engine or what? Let me go look. But whoever put this in, basically the way they installed it, the spur gear doesn't spin at all, almost, because it needs more engine mesh. It needs to be moved over to the right. And this is the wrong engine. So for whatever case, it just, oh yeah, check that out. The engine mount screws are not even screwed in. Look at that. It's crooked. So somebody tried to stuff this in there. I don't know for what reason it just didn't fit. But yeah, the engine mount screws are not there. I could tell right away this is the wrong engine because I know what the rear exhaust muffler looks like on an HPI 1515. This is not it. This is a Sen one. I mean, it's honestly not missing a lot. I think if you remove that engine and get the correct power plant in here, it's going to be a go. So what do you guys, you dare me to go look for the engine or what? I mean, shit, I might come back with nothing. If I don't come back with it, it'll be a little embarrassing. All right? Yeah, they twisted that engine in there real bad, Dana and everybody else. Let me go look. BRB, all right? Everybody, BRB. Give me 1 minute. All the good things in life could be done in 1 minute, but the really good things in about an hour. Bros, you think Hybrid came here packing an engine or what? Well, first I want to show you something else awesome I found. This is a highly desirable HPI Nitro racing clutch. These are the best clutches for the old small block engines. I think this guy was trying to fix this thing with HPI parts. All right, are you all ready for this? Now, don't cry too much, but there's some missing parts. Here we go. carb is missing. This is for sure the correct engine with this old tiny cooling head. I mean, it honestly looks clean inside. This is definitely the engine. But, I mean, the carb is missing. I don't know. Maybe he installed it onto this car. I got to check. Maybe the carb will fit. This is definitely the correct engine, though. Because look how ugly it is. I mean, I think it's going to be fixable. I don't know why it's out of the car, but this is definitely the correct engine. What do you say? Should we tear into try to remove that engine, see what happens? That's right. Nitro Pimp goes the HPI clutch. Those are the best parts. I think whoever I got this from tried to fix this with HPI parts. And I would say he failed. In fact, the fuel tank is not even actually the correct fuel tank. Let's get down to business over here, bros. Let's get down to business. Let's see. You know what? No, that carb, that's an HPI carb. All right. Let's remove this engine. I just want to see what we got going on. Because this ain't going to work at all. It's pretty much a terrible idea. All right, let's get to engine removals. I don't know. I actually thought this wasn't going to work. What about this fuel tank? Now, this looks like an HPI fuel tank, but I don't know if HPI tanks have, you see these ridges over here by the top? The cap looks like an HPI cap, but this does not look like an HPI fuel tank. It's obviously not the correct fuel tank, but I mean, it could be made to work. It's a perfect fit, actually. Like, I don't think it's the correct tank. Yeah, because in the picture, it's not the same tank at all. It's a different fuel tank. They use like a Kyosho-looking style fuel tank. Or is it? No, it's not the right tank. All right, I think it could be repaired, though. I don't know. Jerry Gomez goes, is it an HSP? Definitely not HSP either. Notice it also has like really fresh castor oil on the inside. Like it's not gummed up or hardened or anything. And I didn't do anything to this. So maybe somebody tried to run it. I don't know how, because like the exhaust isn't even attached. Like it doesn't even fit. This guy has the exhaust hitting the rear shock tower. Man, we got nitro murderers left and right today, huh? I mean, maybe it's fixable. Maybe it's fixable. I don't know. Let me try to work on the mounts here. Oh, we're going to need some butane on this one because it's already fighting me. It's already fighting me, everybody. I just started. And it's already fighting me. Okay, we got one. Next one. So far, 50%. Next one. This wouldn't be a bad side quest project while waiting for the Pro 15 engine, actually. Alright, got them all. Gotta catch them all like the Pokemons. Gotta tell you, I don't know why that Pokemon craze was so popular. I never even liked their cartoon when I was a kid. Anybody here ever thought Pokemon was actually a great idea? I mean, even when I was a kid, I thought it was stupid. It was beyond stupid. If Pokemon got any stupider, I would be highly surprised. Oh, Ben, thank you for those jewels. Let me continue with this one. I'm going to see what else that is missing here. If it's not too bad, maybe if the carb is like a match from this carb, it'll be fine. Yeah, Jerry Gomez goes Pokemon was on. Bro, I never liked any of that. It was stupid. Honestly, the idea of, like, honestly, Pokemon has the slight remnants of, like, really bad, I don't want to say what it is. It starts with S and ends with Lavery. Okay, like the idea of catching and like owning fake pets to fight for you, that sounds kind of unethical to me to teach the kids, to be honest with you. Because that's, if you think about it, that was the premise of the show. You walk around, you trap and you catch creatures in the wild, and then you use them to fight for you. That sounds like something that begins with S and ends with lavery. Put it together. And I'm gonna have to say a hell no to that one. You guys know what I'm saying? Deontay, how you doing there, Deontay? All right. All right, so there's, let's see what we got over here. I'm gonna try to remove this. Honestly, I was not planning on working on this car, but all right. So we got one of the engine mounts that just came off, and one of them is still on the car. Pretty beefy mounts, actually. Oh, Deontay got himself a new Savage. I mean, what do you guys think about that whole Pokemon adventure? I don't think that's a good idea to be showing kids stuff like that, where the premise is basically walking around and then having people with weird long hair basically enslave little creatures that are just out there chilling, having fun, making them fight for you. That seems like some kind of archaic nonsense to me. All right, so we're going to save all this. Exhaust came off. I mean, this could be reused if I wanted to on the stock engine. Worry about that later. I mean, the main thing is I'm not missing parts. All right, yeah, so now the transmission spins freely. Yeah, from pictures, I think this could be repairable. I mean, the linkages are not missing. Right, one is the brake linkage is here. It seems to work fine, actually. I could apply it. JP, how you doing there, JP? Just came in time for the mystery Nitro. This is a Sen, Wonder Bread, and a couple other people here figured it out. Oh, you have Roblox? That's a total waste of time. What people need to do is play some 007. That's what they need to do. They need to play some James Bond, become a man. Think about skiing in the Alps. Think about pulling out your Ruger or the Walther PPK. They need to pull out the Walther PPK, but in video game level, not real life. Don't pull out no Walther PPKs, okay? Instead of these stupid Roblox. Nobody even knows what it is. All right. The one main problem is, let's get down to the junk engines over here. Can't tell you if they're actually junk or not. I'm just supposing. All right, so this appears to be the correct engine for this. And this is a 15 FE. What the hell was it doing in this chassis? That's going to be the mission impossible right here. Problem is, this generation doesn't have a Tom Cruise anymore. Ever since he became a weirdo, can't watch that guy no more. That's why we've been watching old Van Damme movies. Although Van Damme was actually a jerk in real life, from my understanding. Woogie, how you doing? If you read anything about Van Damme, it turns out he was a hardcore drug addict. Believe it or not. I mean, what else could I do on this Nitro? I probably could clean it, obviously, but yeah, I mean, it really isn't missing that much. Just the electronics, which are no big deal. On this one, it's actually pretty easy. The servos are screwed directly on top, and basically steering. It has some of it, I guess, if you like that. And I mean, the chassis is actually complete. What do you guys think? We got a repair in the hole or not? The shocks will need to be reshocked because they're literally garbage. That was a joke. Reshocked is not a word. I mean, these are the world's. It's as if Arma made these, but Arma did not make them. Honestly, it has RS4 vibes. It has RS4 vibes right here. The way the rear design is made. Other than that, I mean, it's a two-wheel drive. Shouldn't be that difficult to repair. They did choose to use really giant plastic pivot ball cups. I notice that's not really a design feature you see daily. I wonder if we can get an original top speed review on this one. Let me look up some info. So it's a Sen GP1 test. It's probably not going to be much on these. Oh man, Big Boys Toys enjoying some chicken. Sickening. Yeah, GeoMag goes restore it and shut up, hybrid. I added the last part myself. It's okay. You could say it, bro. You could say it, bro. You could curse at me. I don't care. I'm not gonna get upset. We're friends. Yeah. There's really no. I was looking for like an old car action review on it, but it does not appear to be in any single video anywhere. Calvin goes, we got a repairer. Let's hope, man. Yeah, it does not appear to be in any single video anywhere. There's newer versions of this, but not of this one. This is probably before Sen was really becoming very popular. Because it says from the late 90s. Yeah, late 90s was like the heyday of RC for Sen, really. If you want, I could like try to find it in an old magazine. By the way, guys, don't forget to go check out Woogie Nitro's newest video. If you want some fast nitros, he got them. I got the dirty ones on the table, but it's okay. We all have our little segment in the market, right? Oh man, GeoMac told me to remove the wheel. Let's remove the wheel. We got Phillips screws on the wheels. Holy moly! You know what? Sen did that for a lot, and so did Thunder Tiger. Don't forget, Thunder Tigers did that too. Let's check out what we got here. It's probably going to be bushings. I mean, I'm not a hater of the screws. Holy moly. Yeah, so we have a regular 12. The wheel itself is a 12 millimeter hub with a narrow opening. I mean, the tires are actually not terrible. And yeah, we got ourselves some bushings going on. And plastic drive shafts. I mean, you know what? It doesn't matter. As long as you burn nitro, who cares? I'm not a nitro hater. Let me pull off the hub. Let's see how it lines up. Oh man, sick. Look at that. So we got ourselves basically like an insert. I wouldn't call this. Well, it's a 12 millimeter hub. And that's the actual axle sticking out with a bronze bushing. I mean, yeah, JP goes, I hate the screws. Yeah, you know, obviously this is not a performance design. This is a cheap design. But it's a nitro. A design is a design, right? All right, so I'm gonna see if this carb can be fitted. Actually, I don't think it can. I gotta go look for this carb. I might have the carb somewhere for this old engine. I think we're gonna have to get a repairer going. All right, bros. I'm only gonna be here for like a couple more minutes. What do you think about the mystery nitro? I mean, at least the mystery solved. I mean, honestly, there's so many smart people here. It really wasn't that much of a mystery. Bud Green enjoyed it. Before we go, I do want to show you the new armor that it's coming out real soon. It's almost out. I mean, it's a Transformer armor, right? It's one of these armors that, like, it starts out like this, and then all of a sudden, it becomes a freaking bagel. You believe that crap? It's the Arma bagel. It's from today's video. If you want to, oh, this is their new design. This is the new all-road Arma Mojave bagel. Okay, everything too. Sickening. Go to the video from today. Tell them, Arma, we don't want your bagels. Go do it. I dare you. All right, bros. That's about it for today. Mystery halfway solved. And on the T-Maxx, I'm going to wait for the parts. And probably go clean this in the sink. Calvin, man, you got it. Nobody here needs to really thank me. You know, at the end of the day, I appreciate it, guys. But I do this because I truly want to share the hobby with all of you out there. You know, believe it or not, a lot of my friends in real life, I met you guys from the damn internet. All right? So don't anybody ever say the internet is bad. It's only bad if you're an online hooker and you get busted by Chris Hansen. Okay? Otherwise, the internet is not bad. Let me log into my email real quick. We got a link request from Big Boys Toys. Okay. I got it right here. Let me take a look at it so we all know what it is. Appreciate that detailed link information. It's from, oh, shit, here we go. Oh, this is it. This is what I was talking about. Yeah. Big Boys Toys found it. So this is the SH bearing puller. This is what I was talking about from RC Willpower. It is a legitimate website. So $90 probably going to have some shipping in that thing. So we'll see if we can make that happen. But probably going to have to use something like this for the Colari. Jerry Gomez wants to know, any more Nitros coming? My plan is as soon as the new Savage XL, right, is in stock, I'm going to have to place a big fat order for that one. But until the Savage XL, how you doing there, Lawless, man? Happy to see you here, bro. Happy Saturday Nitro to you. If you want, I'll do a quick recap on the day's adventures for you and some other people, for Lawless and stuff. So we had a bit of a mystery Nitro. Nitro Gang has confirmed this is an old Sen. Obviously, it's missing a ton. It's missing a ton. Half of it is gone. But we've confirmed it's a Sen. I think it's repairable. I have most of the original engine on the right side over there, but it's seen way better days. And the update on the T-Maxx is gonna be, I failed in extracting the front bearing real bad. I tried real hard, bro. I was basically, this was in the oven at like 300 something degrees, beyond that. And I think the Nitro Gang has spoken, and the best alternative is to just get the power-up program. So that's going to be like $80 from the Traxxas power-up, right? I think that's going to be the logic. The real reason I want to keep it a kind of Pro 15 is because one of the best features on that particular T-Maxx from the thumbnail, it's going to be this pipe. You know what I mean? And since we have a proper pipe for that generation, if I went with anything else, you're going to lose the side exhaust. So in order to keep the pipe, you pretty much need a Pro 15. But yeah, this whole front bearing thing, I mean, I'm going to talk about it again a little bit. I honestly don't think these engines are serviceable in terms of removing the bearing. Because normally, you know, even to get a bearing puller in here, you need some kind of space to get. There's no space over there. Right? You see, like, right there? There's no space. So, I mean, I tried a lot, bro. Like, you could push it from the back, but there's nowhere to, like, latch onto it at all. And it's basically dead end. So, I think since Traxxas does offer the power-up for the engine still, it's going to be, like, about 85, maybe $80. No, 83 after the shipping and stuff, because you have to ship it to them. So, it kind of sucks. Honestly, that adds a lot of cost, but what are you going to do? That's probably going to be my only real good solution on this one. All right. Oh, Brennan sent some jewels. I appreciate that. I don't particularly know what jewels are, but they seem pretty fun. Probably part of that Pokemon generation style of thinking. But it seems YouTube is going jewel-based. Freaking stupid jewels. Thank you, man, for the jewels. But on the Sen, I did want to find it in a magazine. If you guys want, I could probably, like, for 5 minutes, some new viewers just joined. I don't feel like leaving right away. I really was going to actually not even show this on a video. But good thing, it seems to be, I would say, repairable. I mean, the spur gear is good, and we do have the engine mounts, right? I also have the linkage here. So it's not that far gone, I think. It's not the best, but it's not that far gone, right? I mean, if the spur was bad, I'll probably say hell no. But, I mean, the spur gear seems to be freaking green and going. I mean, it could be worse, I think. So I think we're going to have a repair. Yeah, Jerry Gomez goes, the Pro 15s, it's easier and quieter to run. I totally agree. The thing is, to upgrade to a 2.5, you need to really, on a Pro 15 T-Maxx, you need to modify like a lot. Those trucks were not designed to run slide carbs. That's going to be your biggest obstacle. So you're going to have to drill the chassis. It's going to be a bunch of crap. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be the situation. Let me show you guys, just in case anyone's curious again, on the Traxxas power-up forum. I showed it earlier, but it's a couple new viewers here. I'll show you right here. So this is the current power-up form. You basically got to print it out. So like I said before, there's two options, right? You could either upgrade to a 2.5, in which case it's cheaper, but this will require a bunch of labor, and it's going to lose value in the truck, I think. Because, 2.5 T-Maxes are not rare. They're pretty much common. Pro 15 T-Maxx, so far, it's becoming a little rarer. So this is going to be the best solution, I think. This particular 70+5, and you got to ship it to them. So that's going to be the best solution. Now, unfortunately, I thought I ordered a Pro 15 before, but I did not. So that kind of sucks, to be honest with you. Yeah, we're going to have to likely go with that. I'm curious, do you guys want me to find an old RC mag from maybe the late 90s? Maybe the Sen will be in it. I'm going to do a quick look. Give me a second. Do a quick look. So, I mean, I'm not too happy to be spending that kind of money on that old T-Maxx. I actually didn't pay that little for it. I think I wound up paying, like, at the time, close to 200. Probably 200 plus shipping. It was actually a shit ton. But, not knowing that it basically needed an entire engine. But I don't think the seller knew either. So, let me see. It's an old magazine. This one I've shown before. I just want to see whether we can find the Sen in this real quick. So Sen, no, they're not even in here. They're not even listed as one of the advertisers. That's odd. Sen was going hard in this time period. Sen is not even, maybe it's in Tower Hobbies over here somewhere. If you guys see anything Sen, let me know. I'm surprised it's not in here. Schumacher's in here. From today's video, Nitro 21 Extreme. That's basically the same truck from the XTR, except single speed. I'm surprised Sen is not in the advertiser index. Why is that the case? Maybe we need a newer one? I don't think so. Man, the Kyosho version of the Mercedes Super 10 looks way nicer than the Sen version, I think. Yeah, Sen is not in here. That's odd. That's real odd, Sen. I got one that's a little bit older. You guys want me to take a look at this real quick? This is 1998. I'm surprised Sen is not in here. Yes, Sen is not in here. In the advertiser index at all. Megatech is in here. I got this one right here too. It's one of those other cars that look good on paper. That's about it. No, that was an off now. Where's the Sens at? Oh, this is the Megatech. Big Boys Toys is correct. Megatech was exclusive to America Hobby Center, AHC 1931. I used to go there. Bros, hold on a second. That engine I just pulled out of this Sen actually looks exactly the same as this one almost, the block. Look at that engine block. The casting is exactly the same, except this has a nicer cooling head. You see those two areas that are cut out where the crank is? That's exactly the same as this one. Holy moly. I think we got ourselves an old, cheaper version of this Megatech engine as the junker in the Sen. That is a little bit interesting. That is a little interesting. OS power, baby. This was one of the best engines of the time. Oh, the very first RS4 MT. I have this one, the electric version. It's actually pretty dope. It runs pretty nice, actually, but it's belt drive. That's the only problem. The belts call it a day real quick. All right, bros. I think we're going to call it a day. That's going to be it for the show. Got a Nitro table full of parts, and some are junk. I'm going to look at one last magazine. One last magazine for Sen. Yeah, Sen is not in any of them. Oh, man, check this out, though. I found something interesting here. Hold on a second. I did find Sen. This is the newer generation, though, not the one I have. It turns out I did find Sen. Hold on, is this Sen? Yeah, this is Sen. Right there. This is the newer generation, but this is the GX1. This is four-wheel drive. I don't have that one. The one I have is earlier than this one. Sick. Almost found it. Almost found it. Just maybe 3 years ahead of time. We got a T-Maxx. This is the one that's actually I'm working on in this video. The OG T-Maxx. I'm going to do a couple more page flips and call it a day. Man, this would have been fun back in the day. Honestly, a T-Maxx compared to an Offna Monster Pirate, I don't think that's fair, like at all. And truth be told, a lot more of these sold than these. So, it's hard to say who the winner is, really. I would say the T-Maxx one. Lawless goes T-Maxx versus Pirates. Yeah, it's not really a fair comparison. Like, they're not even like in the realm of being in the same level. Let's let's see what the speed is. My dudes, you're gonna laugh at this. Are you ready to laugh? Let me zoom in because I want you guys to laugh. You know, Hybrid over here likes good information, right? So we got some speed results. So one is the Offna Monster Pirate, which is a sickening Hyper 21 big block. The T-Maxx is only like a little bit slower. Bros, the T-Maxx is only 3 miles an hour slower. Like it's not even worth like a big. It's not even a big deal. You know what I'm saying? The Monster Pirate is a single speed buggy, basically. I think the T-Maxx is killing it with an economical 0.15. I mean, to me, that seems legitimately not bad results. All right, racing. Who won? Traxxas T-Maxx won the racing. Yep. That's why we're making this one great again. This is the same version that I'm actually repairing right now. The older, narrow style one. Pulling. The Pirate one. Well, obviously. I mean, I wouldn't even want to do that. That seems stupid. Let me see some other competitions. All right, Tug of War. All right, we got two more. Tug of War, the Pirate one. And Durability. Oh my goodness, a T-Maxx one. Does that even make sense to you? Makes sense to me. They're telling me the T-Maxx is the winner of durability, even though the Pirate is built on an 8 scale truggy style chassis. And the T-Maxx still killed it. Come on, bros. Come on. That's why T-Maxx is king and always will be. All right, guys, I'm going to be here for like 1 more minute, all right? I appreciate you all tuning in. Sorry, some of you came in a little bit later. Lawless to you, basically. But we got some decisions made already. Yeah, Philip Bender goes, how was it tough with those bulkheads? That's a good question right there, actually. But I think maybe when it was new, it survived. Although I had an Emax at the time, and like, yeah, I will confirm the bulkhead sucked. Honestly, I don't know if I would want a Monster Pirate modern day today. I just don't. I just don't think so. They're cool looking, but I would rather run a T-Maxx, honestly. I'm not a big fan of like the way that they use the deep offset wheels to compensate for the narrow buggy suspension. That's kind of like what I would say. Yeah, Philip Bender goes, that's all in the name. Yeah, the Monster Pirate was a sick name, actually. So basically, you wind up with like real shit suspension travel because they use really deep offset wheels with just short suspension arms to compensate for it. Like, I don't like it. I would not even pick one of them, to be honest with you. In fact, I have, like, current day speaking, right? I have a couple of these Hyper 21 engines. Every single one is garbage. I mean, every single one is just not good. So far, I think in my life, I have had 2 good Hyper 21 engines. That's it. Out of, like, 15 so far. And T-Maxx just a lot more parts. Here, you're basically just going to be burning fuel the whole time. Let me put a couple more pages just because this is kind of an interesting issue. Yokomo GC4. Quantum LRP ESCs. I had some of those pretty good stuff back in the day. Jerry Gomez goes to 8 ports. I have a couple 8 ports. They're much better. Yeah. Only real bad thing is, dude, their pull starters are like so weak. You basically kill the pull starters half the time. Peak Racing, I had some of their batteries. Oh, man. The Fortec. This would have looked like a real sickening ad back in the day. Jerry Gomez maybe will reach an alternate chick, but I don't think it's going to happen in this issue. I have one of these. Pretty dope. This is a Pirate 10. This is the cheaper version. But still, they used the Hyper 21. Like, they just didn't make any really good small block trucks back then. T-Maxx. This is king. I love one of these. I still have it. It's under my table. This was a proper truck. Oh, we got the OS12 CVR. Likely one of the better engines ever made. .88 horsepower, which is not bad. It's close to 1 if you round up excessively. If you excessively round up, it's close to 1. Real Race. I used to run this. My old Windows XP. Sickening back in the day, Windows XP. You never knew whether Windows XP would load up or crash, right? Sometimes it crashed. Sometimes it loaded. MIP upgrades for the T-Maxx. I could safely say I had almost all of them. Megatech Nitro Razor and the OS engines. All right, bros. I think we're going to call it a day right now. And, yeah, actually, XP was revolutionary when it came out. You know what? Windows 2000, it got the job done too, actually. Windows 2000 got the job done. And Windows 98, oh, man. All right, bros, I appreciate you all. Thanks for tuning in today. And just know, always be working on a Nitro. I was actually watching this wrestling show the other day, and one of the wrestling teams, basically they're called the something choppers, and their logo, their slogan is always be chopping. Always be chopping. My logo is always be burning nitro. Okay? Always be burning nitro. Say it to yourself and go to sleep and you'll be happy. All right, bros, it's been real. See you all in the future. Oh, Lawless, correct. If you want the Nitro chicks, you got to go to 2004. You know what? I'm going to be here for like 2 minutes. You want me to pull out an 04 magazine? I can go try to find one. Hold on. Maybe we'll get ourselves a little Nitro chick action. Because Melissa up there watching some stupid movie. I got nothing else to do. Real quick. 2004, I'm gonna do a speed run like a Mario video game speed run. Ever watch those speed run videos? 2004 might not be in here, but let's see. I'm gonna do a speed run. Of course, it's in there. Check who's on the cover on top. They even tell me if you want to see that, go to page 80. We're gonna speed run page 80, bros. Always be burning nitro. That's right, Soul Reactivator. Jim Duggan will be happy. Oh, there we go. She don't know nothing about nitro, but she knows to eat a low-calorie diet. Okay? Low-calorie diet, but you don't know nothing about the Mammoth. I bet if you asked her what's cool about this truck, she wouldn't even tell you this is the fastest truck ever made. Who would tell you that? People here would tell you that. She wouldn't know. Wonder if she used herbal essences for her hair. You guys remember Herbal Essences shampoo? Herbal Essences was it. Yeah, she looks like Herbal Essences to me. TNX, it's a proper nitro right there. Real proper. Yeah, Lawless was correct. This is the issue. You got to go for the Nitro, chicks. Twin engine. Savage. Come on, don't kill the suspension by you laying on it. Why is she trying to kill our shocks, bros? I don't even treat my body like that. She's killing those body posts, too. Don't lay on your nitro like that. Come on. Phantom Big Bore 18. I had one of these. Actually, sick, powerful engine. A very early Novak Super Sport. This was my very first brushless system, actually. Very, very first. Oh, yeah. Novak Super Sport and the chick. I had that. This was legit my very first brushless system. It was really, really good. But the Novak systems were expensive. This was like in the low 200s back then for a SS 5800. I had it in a electric TC3. Oh man, she got a boat. Some Pico stuff. We got some TNX stuff. TNX was basically the best of the Terra Crusher series, in my opinion. Oh, Texas still has that Novak. Bro, that Novak SS 5800 was sick, was it not? We got Victor. How you doing, man? Happy to see you here. Yeah, the TNX 450. This was probably, in my opinion, the best of that whole series of trucks. After this, they basically just became truckies. They lost the 2-speed, and they basically just they weren't even fast, actually. Barracuda. The only Barracuda that matters is the song Barracuda, not this. Oh, Venom Speed Meter. I had this back in the day, bro. It was actually really tough to use. So this was a thing you would plug power in, and it would calibrate for, let's say, your wheel circumference, right? The diameter of the wheel. And it would know based on RPM how fast you were going. Of course, if you got the wheel circumference correctly. But this shit used to work. I would say probably like 10% margin of error, though. Victor, bro, you're always welcome, man. You just caught the stream during a little bit of a magazine time action, but, I did do a lot of Nitro talking, I promise. Promise, bro. Promise. Yeah, Venom was real proper stuff, but well, a lot of these stuff, the way you mounted it, you were trying to go real fast, so yeah, it broke easy. Like half the time, this thing like came off the car. But Venom had batteries, they had fuel bottles. I had a lot of Venom stuff. In fact, I even used to buy their the Venom Fireball. Dude, these were like some of the first relatively inexpensive brushless, mild, I guess you could call mild modified burger motors. I called it a burger. That's a sign that I'm hungry, bro. Called the motor a burger. Don't let that happen again. Oh, here we go. More chicks. It's a proper size. Chick. Pretty good looking tires as well. I mean, honestly, 8.5 inches Kong tires are a little too crazy on a T-Maxx. That's basically, that's yeah, it ain't gonna move well. You're gonna need like a big block conversion for that. That's a good way to kill your truck. Maybe on a Terra Crusher. It's a proper magazine though. They got everything you like. Nitros and chicks, I agree. Nitro Rush Evo. I don't have the Evo. I have the regular Rush. Pretty dope. Tamiya. This is the great generation of proper magazines. Great pictures, great description, and notice a lot of good writing with information. Today's RC car action is basically like a piece of string cheese. You look at a piece of string cheese, you open it up, and it's bland. It's boring. Okay, this was not bland or boring. Not string cheese. This was like a paella. Okay, a nice freaking paella with some shrimp in it. XTM, I have this. Gotta repair it, actually. Schumacher. Oh, here we go, baby. This is the truck from today's video. You know how I put in the title, the world's fastest truck? I wasn't joking around. That was the claim they made, the world's fastest 10 scale truck with this exact engine. I mean, really claiming 70 miles per hour. I think it could do it. Maybe like with a proper tune, I think it could do it. Let's see how much it cost. So for the RTR, $499, but I think they were sold cheaper, like in stores. It wasn't that expensive, like in real life. Yeah, 70. That's why they called this the world's fastest 10 scale truck. Don't forget that only applies to 10 scale truck. But they were cheaper in the stores. But this was today's video, bros. If you didn't watch it, go watch it. Although, honestly, I only hit the second speed because I was in a small area, and plus I had some missing parts. But these could do it. These could do it. Oh, gold color goes. His was clocked at near 80. Yeah, these were proper chassis built by, racing legends. XTM Mammoth. Real fast truck. Only problem is plastic gears. Pretty much most videos you'll watch, people be like, "Oh, I gotta get new gears. I gotta strip the gears. Gotta get new gears." Almost every single person gotta get new gears. I mean, how could they put plastic gears in a truck that goes over 50 like this? It's sickening, really. EK4, we all know that story. XTMX Terminator, got one. Off the LD3, some of the best, I would say, versions of the TC3. All right, my dudes, I'm going to call it a day now. A shout out to Lawless and all of you guys who brought up some proper off-the chicks. Although, I don't know what the off-the chicks are, but we found some other ones. What engine is this? Cereal. I was looking for Colari. I couldn't find a Colari, though. But it's all good, bros. How about one more chick in the magazine and we'll call it a day? That's the goal. One more chick. Alyssa's busy watching a movie anyway, so she ain't going to be talking about nothing. Ken, how you doing there, man? You have a good night. Yeah, I'm going to go hit up probably. Oh, here we go. Another nice cover. Look at those antennas. Not a bad picture there either. Oh, man, we got some old school RC equipment. These is actually before RC. This is control line type stuff. Notice they used airplane engines. I can guarantee you, in my prime and probably even 2 years ago, I could bench press more than this guy. The history of RC. We've stumbled on the mother lode, actually, right here. There's the sickening mother lode of information. I like how for 2000s they put the T-Maxx. That's the truth right there. Oh, another chick. This one looks a little bit angry. She looks like the one from The Devil Wears Prada. Honestly, that was a dumbass movie. Super dumbass movie. We need to pick one of these up right here. I'm going to put that on my pickup list. I'm going to remove that from my pickup list. Twin Savage. Jerry Gomez goes, one more chick. There's usually an Acer bearing chick in the back. So let me go see if the Acer bearing. Oh, here's another chick. This is the RCX chick. It's a video series, kind of like what was those other chicks? I forgot. XX Triple X main. All right, bros, that's enough chicks for today. I got one upstairs waiting for me, probably trying to tell me she's hungry right now. You know how it is. Chicks are hungry. They're not nice to you. All right, bros, I'm going to be here for one more minute. Let's all say our goodbyes. I don't like to leave without saying goodbye. And Soul Reactor Raider, Jerry, WBL, Gold Color, Ken, Nitro Racing Power, Lawless, I appreciate you guys. Monty, Kriska Jr. See you all next time, bros. Let's have a good, positive week. I heard ANP, how you doing, bro? You caught me on the end right here, but who knows? Heard there's going to be something called Super El Nino. I just hope there's a Super El Nitro going to be made out of this sickening chassis soon. All right, Tarek, thank you, bro. And see you all in the next one.